That's weird. Looks like we've got the military outside our door. But what do they want on a day like this?
I apologize, but we urgently need any men for the army.
I'll never join the army. There's no internet and no good food.
That's weird. Looks like we've got the military outside our door. But what do they want on a day like this?
How badly my hands were tied.
That's so cool. We're on a real military base now. There's so much we have to learn.
We've prepared the base so you can get used to it as much as possible. I realize you're simple people, not soldiers.
Something tells me we need to start by changing our clothes a little bit. After all, in the army, we can't be in our normal clothes. Now we're gonna have uniforms.
To be honest, I don't really understand why you brought us along yet. I don't think the army is the place for a child. But now we have to change our clothes too.
I think we could all benefit from being in the military. Because it's been too long since we've done anything active. And look, I've already got a smoke bomb.
JJ, why are you doing this? I get it, you just have fun being in the military because they give you all kinds of weapons. If the general sees this, we're screwed.
It's okay. I just thought I'd prepare you for life in the army. Now it's time for us to get outside and line up with everyone. We're about to be sent out on a test. Booyah!
I'm so glad I have new soldiers. You will now work for me.
No way!
As you can see, we have a lot of new equipment and weapons.
I don't like it here at all. Are you sure this is an army branch? You got a tank on fire.
By the way, here's a place to change.
Seriously?
Good luck.
You know, now I realize we should have run a lot faster because we were in for a real scare. And this is just the beginning.
What? I really hope things get back to normal soon. Because so far, this army scares me. And I'm sure JJ is doing just fine. I should have agreed too. It's so empty. I can't find anything normal. Although, I do see some sort of test lane.
All right, once again, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to my army. I will make you professional warriors who will destroy everyone. And now to training.
Yes! Great. I always enjoy going through the challenge course. Booyah! Let's go faster. I think we can pass all the challenges and get the reward. Our first test will be logs. And if you do it right, you can pass this test the first time. I see my family's doing great.
That's because I have the coolest mom. Look how fast she passes the trials. Even you can't keep up with her.
And I'm very happy about that. It's gonna make it easier for us to get through this. And look, now we have to get past the iron fence. You go over the top, and I'll crawl on the ground. How quickly we were able to pass another test. At this rate, we'll get to the end in no time.
See, now we have to jump on the golden platforms. And that's where I'm gonna have a problem. I'm always bad at jumping. And this one's moving.
I believe you can do it. Just remember how I taught you to pass these tests. There you go. You're doing just perfect. Let's see what's next. How interesting, now we have to swim. And as far as I'm concerned, that's one of the easiest challenges. Now we just need to climb some walls and jump off them. I know this will be our last test, so we did good. But don't forget, this is just the beginning. I hope the general at least commends us for passing.
You did just fine. I'm glad I got a family like that. Now I want to test your shooting skills, so bring any weapon you want.
Who would have thought we'd have so many different weapons at our disposal? I want to shoot them all, but I need to start with something simple. And when choosing your first weapon, there's nothing better than a machine gun. I always hit the target with it. And there's another fighter training with me. He's not a very good shot. But I'd better concentrate on my shooting, because my score depends on how well I shoot. I hope I can get the highest score. And I'm already very curious to see how my friend Mikey is doing. I thought he'd be in here too, but he's been taken to another branch of the army. He's probably having a lot of fun. I left the flamethrower for last, of course. I always enjoy shooting flames out of it. But that's the end of my training. So, I'm gonna head back. Where did they take my family?
Well, we've made it to the first training session with you. All you have to do is pass the challenge course. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab myself a bottle.
I'm in increasingly amazed at how such a strange military man works here. But we don't have a choice, so let's take the test. I hope it's easy.
You have no idea how much I don't want to go through this. Look, there's barbed wire everywhere. And if I jump, I'll hit me and my son in the head.
Don't worry, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, and we're almost to the next challenge. In this one, we're gonna have to throw knives at targets. It's tricky. Although personally, I don't understand the whole workout thing at all, because we'll be fighting with normal weapons. But in this military unit, maybe not.
Daddy, will we be out of this army soon? What? There's nothing of interest to me here. I can't even hold a gun.
Really? Unfortunately, we won't be able to leave the military anytime soon. That's because we have to go through a full training program. I'm hoping we'll be going to the JJ soon. You'll have a better training environment.
JJ, I have good news for you. We've decided to do a training session together. So today, you and Mikey's family will be skydiving together.
Mikey, I'm so glad we're back together. And you knew we were gonna jump out of a helicopter? This is so cool. But I want it to be a competition. So get ready.
I was starting to get scared. Well, it looks like we're the only ones left to jump.
I'm sorry, Mikey, but I can't let you do that.
What?
So I've come up with a plan. I have a flamethrower from Mikey's parachute. Well, that's it. My cool Mikey prank was done. And I hope Mikey survives, because I don't want to get out of the woods alone, although I could do it. And first, I need a good landing. At best, it'll be water. And then, I need to find everyone right away and make camp. That's where we can spend the night. The army prepared me well for this challenge, so I know everything. But the bad thing is, we all landed in different places. We got off to a bad start, although Mikey didn't fall that far from me. Mikey, where are you? I hope you're okay. He must have fallen somewhere around here. Oh my God, there you are.
JJ, I hope you never do that again. Do you realize how far I've fallen? I'm lucky to be alive. What do we do now?
I think it would be dangerous to move on in this weather.
Seriously?
We could get sick. So now I'll make us a fire and shelter. You take a look around.
I'm not likely to be good at this, at least because I'm still dizzy. And do I need to remind you why I'm in such trouble?
Mikey, I'm so sorry. I didn't think it would end this badly. Look at this. I was able to make us a camp, so we can get warm and even sleep.
To be honest, I'm still glad you found me, because without you, I'd be lying in the rain waiting to be eaten by a wolf. And now, I'm gonna live.
I'm glad I can make you feel better. And we have a problem. The tents we brought are getting wet too fast. So I'm gonna have to make a tent out of wood.
JJ, don't you think we have a bad situation and need to call for help? I mean, I'm afraid to imagine what's happening to our families right now.
I'd relax if I were you, because they've been through survival training too. I think they'll find us soon enough, and they won't be alone.
Well, let's hurry up and get warm.
I'm so glad we were able to find you. How could you have survived in those woods? But I want to congratulate you.
Seriously?
You did it.
See, I told you we'd be fine.
Yeah.
You're the only one who's hurt.
Yes!
All right, I have a different assignment for you this time. You're going to have to defuse a bomb, and I hope you can do it.
How scary. It's been a very long time since I've dealt with a bomb. Where did my family go? They showed us where the bomb would be. So I'm gonna go open up the hangar and take a look.
JJ, are you even sure you're gonna be able to defuse that bomb? I believe in you, but I still want to live. So why don't we back off?
You need to step back anyway. Because I'm not sure I can do this right. But I've memorized the procedure for cutting the wires from the lectures. In this type of bomb, it is always important to start with the red wire, because that's where the main signal comes from, and I can only start the other wire when the red wire is gone.
And how did you manage to memorize it? You're the best dad in the world. But you're still gonna be very careful. I don't think the armor's gonna help you.
There's no way I'm letting that bomb go off. And I've already done the hardest part of the job, so now I'll just have to slowly remove the wires. I think if Mikey was doing this test, he'd have blown the place up a long time ago. Because while I'm studying, he's just sleeping. Where is he now? Though it wouldn't be the best idea for me to be distracted by the bomb right now. Even though I may not have much left, I might screw it up right near the end. That would be terrible.
JJ, are you really done already?
Yes!
I can congratulate you. You got it done so fast. I didn't have time to do my chores.
Whoa!
So can we move on now?
That's right. I successfully and quickly defused the bomb. So now we'll be free of assignments. Although I have a feeling the general will come up with something else.
And you'd be right. I want to give you a very interesting and fun workout.
Mikey, here comes one of the most dangerous tests I know. You and your family are going to have to walk through a field full of landmines.
Really? You know, I don't think that would be a good idea. Because it's too risky for our lives. Although we still don't have a choice. So let's go ahead.
Mikey, look at the way our general got past all the mines. What if we just walk right where he did? Then the mission would be simple.
We could do that, but it would be dangerous because we're not in the same condition as the general. I also don't think these mines are real. It would still be too dangerous to send us on such a mission. Yeah. I'll take a block of earth and check out the mine. It shouldn't work on a block. How painful it was. But where's my family? I can't see them anywhere. My God, what have I done? Where's the ambulance, the fire truck? That explosion couldn't have gone unnoticed. Wait, there's my girlfriend and baby. I'm so glad they're okay. Now, all I have to do is get to them. Water balloons will do me a lot of good. Yeah. Stay and wait for me there. I'll come to you soon. And by the way, I hope there's nothing left of the general after that explosion. Then we can go home. On the other hand, he's too lucky for anything to happen to him. So it's best if we all go back to the army. And that's where we'll have to live our lives.
As you may have realized by now, today, I want you to fly an airplane. If you've memorized everything well, you shouldn't have a problem with that.
It's okay. I know how to fly this particular airplane. So I'm about to have the best time of my life. And I thought that only happened in the movies. And now, I'm really interested in flying airplanes faster than that. Because I can't get much speed on this one. And that would be great. Because this plane is small, I can do stunts on it. And it looks great. But I have to remember to keep my fuel reserve.
JJ, we're proud of how cool you fly. I wouldn't have thought you'd be able to do stunts on your first flight. But come back to us.
Yes! My girlfriend is right. I can't fly in peace anymore. All because the airplane was low on fuel. But I loved it. I'll definitely do it again. The problem is that I landed a little wrong. But for the first time, it'll be almost perfect. But Mikey's gonna do something terrible to the plane. What am I supposed to do with this airplane anyway? It's not like I can just pick it up. So I'll remember where I left it. And have a unit come down here to pick it up.
Mikey, I think you realize what the next challenge is.
Seriously?
You're gonna have to fly an airplane, except there's no fuel. So you're gonna have to fill it up.
He just told me to do it myself and walked away. I don't think we'll be needing that general's clues anytime soon, because we're gonna do it all ourselves. And will I even get to fly this airplane even a little bit? I think it's very old, and I've never flown anything before. I'm already scared.
Dad, I think you're gonna do great. Really? I mean, you've done almost all of your assignments so far, so we'll be waiting for you on the ground.
The only thing that makes me happy is that none of my family had to fly with me. I can already hear the engine humming, so it's time for me to land. On the other hand, there's still some fun in it, because as long as I'm in the sky, no one can reach me. So there's a reason I got on that plane, but how do I land? That's just too bad. Now I'm totally screwed by the general. I crashed my plane into part of our base. So now we're gonna have to fix this place up, and I have to buy a new airplane. Although, why should I pay at all? The general didn't tell me how to land, so it's all his fault. In the meantime, I'll fix the whole...
Yeah.
Basically, if I do things quickly, no one will ever realize I've crashed. I'll say the plane went down somewhere far away and I jumped out of it in time. It's a good plan. Well, that's it. This barracks looks as good as new. I really hope the other soldiers don't say anything. Now it's time for me to go back to my family and talk.
Well, our training for the army has come to an end.
What the?
JJ and his family, please line up. I'd like to award you special medals of valor.
That's so cool. I wouldn't have thought we'd get an award so quickly. Now I can brag about them to everyone.
Huh?
And here's my turn.
JJ, you really managed to surprise me.
Huh?
So you'll find a gift for yourself in the hangar.
Whoa!
JJ, we did it. It took us quite a bit of time, but now you all have medals. By the way, don't you want to see your present?
Hey!
That's right. I haven't had a chance to look at the gift the general left me yet. I really hope it's some kind of military hardware. That's exactly what I wanted. And wait, is there just a real military drone lying around? Oh my god, this is the best gift a general could give me. I've always wanted one of these.
Booyah!